Back in my day, we didn't have anything like this when we wanted to build a gaming setup. It was nothing but shipping and handling and some very questionable DIY projects. But nowadays, thanks to 3D printing technology, we have full customization and infinite personalization of our gaming setups. And the focus of today's video is to give you some awesome 3D printed ideas for your gaming setup using the Anycubic Kobra 3. Now, full disclosure, they did send this to me. I'm not wearing any socks and I'm really bad at Valorant, but I can still form my own opinions about the printer. Nobody's paid me to say anything about it. And if you're not already subscribed to the channel, your gaming setup probably hates you. First up, the controller stand. Simple? Yes. You've probably seen it coming because this is one of the most versatile things in your gaming setup. You can really show some characteristic when it comes to controller stands, and with 3D printing, it's literally off the rails. You could do something as simple as this unbranded under desk mount, or you could get as intricate as a Kraken tentacle for your PS5 controller. This is the exact type of subtle upgrade that a 3D printer can do for you to make your gaming setup look even more intentional, and the options are really endless. This next one kind of caught me off guard. I had no idea anything like this even exists. But this is an under desk mount for your Wave XLR, and I've also noticed that it works for other purposes too. It's sort of like an under desk shelf, but it fits the XLR perfectly. I know that's a really niche thing, but if you have one, you know what I mean. It always feels like there's nowhere to place your XLR on your desk and it actually look good and not kind of like awkward because it's got the really big back. But with this, you can make it just like an undermounted audio interface and it still looks amazing. Plus it gives you that sleek futuristic design for your desk. I printed the same exact one for the right side of my desk to hold my Fifine D6, which is pretty much a stream deck, and it worked out great. On the right side, I can set up all of my scenes for whenever I'm streaming, and then on my left side, I can have my volume adjustment and my mute option right there. It's like having buttons that only you know about, and it feels kind of like a Batcave feature for a streamer. Now, I know this next one's pretty niche, but hear me out. Fingerboard display. I haven't met a gamer yet that hasn't at least played with the fingerboard once in their life, and apparently they make wooden fingerboards that you can pretty much customize as much as your gaming setup, so it's cool to be able to display your fingerboards. And if you don't have any fingerboards, you always have the option to 3D print those as well. Now, I'm not talking about tech decks, right? I'm talking about professional fingerboards, 3D printed, that you can pretty much do whatever you want with. And it's always good if you're in a meeting or waiting to be revived and you grab your fingerboard off the rack and just bust a couple kickflips. And if you're a fingerboard hoarder like me, this is your sign to put them on display. And speaking of things that I didn't know I needed, this one isn't really an accessory, but it's how I printed all my accessories. So real quick, this is the Anycubic Kobra 3 V2. And it's the reason that my gaming setup has been looking extra customized recently. Because instead of buying random plastic accessories online, I've just been printing my own in all kinds of different colors. This machine comes with the Ace Pro attachment, a 4-color filament feeder with a built-in filament dryer. So even if your filament's been sitting in some humid closet for the past 3 months, it's still gonna print super clean. What's crazy to me is how seamless the color transitions are. So if you're printing a single color on a build plate and then it switches to another build plate, it automatically changes the filament for you, so you no longer have to change your filament anymore if you're wanting to print multicolor. But it also prints single color, which is great because you can just print a bunch of single color stuff, never have to worry about it. But you always have that option if you're ready. I've printed tons of prints on this printer since I've had it, and it all has come out flawless. It gets that perfect first layer every time, no stringing and no clock. And so this machine prints up to 600 millimeters a second. So even the most complex designs don't take all day. Not to mention the auto leveling bed is phenomenal, especially if you're new to 3D printing, because my old printer, I had to level the bed every single day and it was absolutely annoying. But this one automatically levels itself before every print. You never have to worry about leveling the bed, and that first layer I was talking about always comes out perfect. If you're somebody who loves personalizing your space, or you're just somebody who wants to print your own accessories instead of buying them, it goes much further than just the gaming setup. I can't tell you how many things I want to print so bad, but I have priority over my prints, so I've got to print all that stuff first, you know what I mean? And if you're new to 3D printing, this is definitely the printer that you want to dabble in. Everything's pretty simple, straightforward. Straight from the app you can print. You don't have to worry about any bed leveling. It's pretty much plug and play. Once you get it set up for the first time, you never have to worry about it again. And it kind of spoils you if you come from like leveling your bed every day and having to worry about your extruders being perfect. All of this is already done for you, and the setup process is pretty straightforward. So far, I've printed skateboard hangers, hexagon pegboards, things for my desk, you name it, I've tried to print it. Anyway, if you want me to do a full desk setup entirely 3D printed, I'm kind of down. Just let me know in the comments. All right, let's talk about something that will actually touch your screen. This next one is a quality of life changer. A super underrated microfiber cloth holder. I use this thing on my OLED monitors literally every day. It gets rid of smudges in one pass, and there's so much coverage because of the flat surface. And of course it's reusable. It just clamps your microfiber cloth down and then you just rinse it. It's way better than that crusty old t-shirt you've been using. I see you. This next one might not sound exciting, but it completely changes the vibe of your desk. Of course, I'm talking about the headphone stand. It's clean, it's minimal, and if your headphones don't already have a home, this gives them one. No more tossing them on your chair, or even worse, throwing them on your keyboard and pressing random buttons when you walk away. There's plenty of different variants of the headphone stand online, and you can print pretty much your heart's desire as long as you got the filament for it. Most of these headphone stands do take a lot of filament and they take a really long time to print, but they turn out looking absolutely amazing and they're a staple for your desk setup. So if you wanted some random useful things to print for your gaming setup, I think we pretty much covered that. And if there's anything that I missed or any accessories that you want me to try, do me a favor, leave me a comment and subscribe to the channel.